Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's look at this problem right here. Here this question is asking point charges Q1 and Q2 are respectively located at 40-3 and 201. If Q2 is equal to 4 nanocoulomb, find Q1 such that the E at 506 has no Z component. The second one is asking the force on a test charge at 506 has no X component. Okay, now let's look at the A part. A part is asking the E at 506 has no Z component. So we have to find out Q1 in this situation. Okay, here we are dealing with point charges, and electric field for the point charges is given by this equation. E is equal to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught, and in the numerator we will have R minus R1, and then in the denominator we will have magnitude of R minus R1 cube. So this is for one charge. Like whenever we have more than one charge, like this one become R2, and this one also become R2, and this one become Q1, and the other charges will be Q2 and add up together. So for two charges, what's going to be this? We are going to have Q2 R minus R2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus R2 cube. These R2 values, like this R1, R2, these are location of the charges, and Q1 and Q2 are the charges values, and that's it. Now let's go ahead and plug the values. First we have Q1, that's what we are trying to find. Okay, and also we have the information that no Z component. It means EZ component is going to be 0. We are going to use that information to calculate Q1. Okay, now here we have Q1. Q1 is what we are trying to find. Q1 times R minus R1. R is the given location at here. 506, that's the R. So 506 minus R1 is the location of the first charge, that's 40 minus 3, 40 minus 3 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus R1 cube. R is 506 minus 40 minus 3 cube. Okay, and then we are going to have Q2. Q2 is given, that's 4 nanocoulomb. So I can directly plug the value right here. 4 times 10 to the power minus 9, because nano is 10 to the power minus 9, times R is this one, 506 minus, then R2 is the location of the second charge, that's 201 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 506 minus 201 magnitude cube. Okay, and magnitude is basically we subtract and square root them, right? Now, and also we have to remember that we are looking at Z component, because we know that information EZ is equal to 0. So if I take the Z component alone, that will make things easier. So let's go ahead and take the Z component alone. For this one, the Z component is 6 and minus 3. 6 minus 3, that's going to be 9, right? So we are going to have, this one is going to be equal to Q1 times 9, right? 9 Q1, or we can write 9 Q1. Let's write 9 Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 5 minus 4, that's going to be what? 1. Like when we do the magnitude, what we do is we calculate the components first. We have 1 in the X component, and then R 6 minus 3, that's 9. So 1 cube, actually 1 square plus 9 square root. So this is going to be what? 81 plus 1, that's going to be 82. So we are going to have 82 square root, and then we are going to cube that one, right? So that's what this means. Now here we are going to have this one right here. So this is going to be square root of 82 cube, plus here we have 4 times 10 to the power minus 9. We are only looking at the Z component. 6 minus 1, that's 5. So we are going to have 5 Q2. Q2 is the 4 times 10 to the power minus 9. We already put that one because we already have that information. And times 5 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Now for this one, 5 minus 2, that's 3 square plus 0 minus 0 0, 6 minus 1 5, 5 square square root, so 3 square 9, 5 square 25, 25 plus 9, that's going to give us 34. So square root of 34 magnitude cube. So we found out the magnitude. Now we don't have to put this one. Magnitude is this one, right? So this is just the cube. Now we have all the information available. We know this is equal to 0 because that's the information given. Ez is equal to 0. So we just have to pick up the z component and equate that one to 0. So we already took that one right here. So from this one we can just rearrange this equation and solve for q1. And if you solve this one, you will get q1 is equal to negative 8.323 nanocoulomb. So that's going to be the answer for this one. Now let's look at the B part. B part is asking the force on a test charge at 506 has no x component. Now this is similar to this, right? Here we didn't have z component, like they said no z component, so we equate Ez is equal to 0. Here they are saying we have no x component, so we have to make x component to 0. So here we are going to have what? Instead of this Ez, we are going to have actually Fx, because this is force. But force is not much different from the E. If you multiply E by Q, that's going to be the force. So this is like a force is basically if you multiply this whole thing by Q, right? So what's going to happen if I bring the Q to this side? Like we know that Fx is equal to 0, and since this whole thing is multiplying by Q, if I bring this Q to the other side, 0 divided by Q, that's going to be 0. So we can just eliminate them. We don't even have to consider this one as Fx. We can consider this one as Ex and equate that one to 0 and calculate the Q1. So that's going to give us the same results. But according to the given information, we know that this Fx is equal to 0. So we can just bring this Q to this side and make this one 0. And also we had to look at the x components. Previously we looked at c components, so when we look at x component, things are going to change. Okay, now if you look at the x component, here what we have 5, right? 5 and minus 4, so this is going to be 1q. So this is q1 alone, because 1q1 we just put q1. Here what we have for x component, 5 minus 2, because this is since the same point, that's what I am doing right here. If we have different point, we have to do this all over again. Like we have to change the r value and we have to calculate it all over again. But since we have the same value, we can directly do that. So this is going to be what I'm doing the B part right now. So now B part. So let's go ahead and change this one. So here we have 5, but this is not supposed to be 5. Before we looked at z component, now we are looking at x component. 5 minus 2, 3. X is 5, 2, 3, right? So here we are going to have 3. And the denominator is going to remain the same because the magnitude is going to be same. Magnitude cube is going to be same. So we just keep this one as it is. And here q1 is going to be different due to this 3. Right? Before we had 5, now we have 3, and here we have q1 alone. So that's going to change the result. And if you calculate the result, you will get negative 44.95 nanocoulomb. So this is going to be the answer for the B part. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.